Hi folks, as those of you who know me know that I love used books. This is Reverend Crystal Cox of Bringing Back Goddess Church. And what I love most about used books is that they have a story within a story. So they oftentimes have an inscription, from mom or dad or a friend. They oftentimes have things that are underlined or that are sacred to people. And this book is called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple Ways to Keep the Little Things from Taking Over Your Life by Richard Carlson, PhD. Now, my mom had this book for years and years and years and years. And she always says this, don't sweat the small stuff and everything's small stuff. And so when I seen this book, I think it was in a free box, and it's a hardback of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And there's only one bookmark in it, one page marked out of, let's see, there's 247 pages, and there's, let's see, how many of the different topics. There's like 90, oh, I guess there's 100. So there's 100 of them. Number 17 is marked. So apparently, in this person's life, this was kind of the most important Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It says, it's called Surrender to the Fact that Life Isn't Fair. A friend of mine, in response to a conversation we were having about the injustices of life, asked me the question, who said life was going to be fair, or that it was even meant to be fair? Her question was a good one. It reminded me of something I was taught as a youngster. Life isn't fair. It's a bummer, but it's absolutely true. Ironically, recognizing this sobering fact can be a very liberating insight. One of the mistakes many of us make is that we feel sorry for ourselves or for others, thinking that life should be fair or that someday it will be. It's not, and it won't. When we make this mistake, we tend to spend a lot of time wallowing and/or complaining about what's wrong with life. We commiserate with others, discussing the injustices of life. It's not fair, we complain, not realizing that perhaps it was never intended to be. One of the nice things about surrendering to the fact that life isn't fair is that it keeps us from feeling sorry for ourselves by encouraging us to do the very best we can with what we have. We know it's not life's job to make everything perfect. It's our own challenge. Surrendering to this fact also keeps us from feeling sorry for others, because we are reminded that everyone is dealt a different hand and everyone has unique strengths and challenges. This insight has helped me to deal with the problems of raising two children, the difficult decisions I've had to make about who to help and who I can't help, as well as with my own personal struggles during those times that I have felt victimized or unfairly treated. It almost always wakes me up to reality and puts me back on track. The fact that life isn't fair doesn't mean we shouldn't do everything in our power to improve our lives or the world as a whole. To the contrary, it suggests that we should. When we don't recognize or admit that life isn't fair, we tend to feel pity for others and for ourselves. Pity, of course, is a self-defeating emotion that does nothing for anyone except to make everyone feel worse than they already do. When we do recognize that life isn't fair, however, we feel compassion for others and for ourselves. And compassion is a heartfelt emotion that delivers loving kindness to everyone it touches. The next time you find yourself thinking about the injustices of the world, try reminding yourself of this very basic fact. You may be surprised that it can nudge you out of self-pity and into helpful actions. That was Surrender to the Fact that Life Isn't Fair. Out of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. God bless you.